Itskenagain here with a deep dive into the ls command. Today we are going to explore the following commands and aliases. ls, list. L, list with symbols indicating the type of file appended to the end of the file name. La, list all but without showing the dot and dot dot. Ll, list in long form. L is an alias for ls dash capital C capital F. Dash capital C lists files and columns sorted vertically. This is the default for ls. Dash capital F classifies. It appends an indicator at the end of the file names to show what type of file it is. If nothing is appended, that's an indication that it's a non-executable regular file. An asterisk indicates an executable file. A / indicates a directory. An @ symbol indicates a symbolic link. LA is an alias for ls dash capital A. Dash capital A is almost all. It shows everything except for the dot and dot dot directories. LL is an alias for ls dash AL capital F. Dash A shows all. Dash L uses the long listing format. And dash capital F, as we spoke about earlier, appends a symbol to the end of file names to show what type of file they are. The flags that I find most useful are dash lowercase a, to show everything, including hidden files. Dash capital F, to append a symbol to the end of file names to show what type of file they are. Dash H, human readable. It shows the size of files in more human readable format. Dash L, the long listing format. Dash R, reverse order. Dash capital R, lists all folders and their contents recursively. Dash capital S, sort largest to smallest. Dash T, sort by modification time, newest first. Dash 1, list the contents with each item getting its own line. Now from the command prompt, let's issue the ls command, and it lists the contents of the current directory. Now the ll command. The long listing format includes the Linux permissions, who owns the file, the group that owns the file, the size of the file, the date that the file was last modified, and the name of the file. ls-a shows all of the contents of the directory, including the files that would have been hidden because they were preceded by a dot. ls-af shows the same thing, but now the / are appended to the file names of the directories. ls-l is another listing of the long format, but it doesn't show everything. ls-lh, note that the inclusion of the h causes the file size to be depicted as 2.0K instead of 2030 bytes. ll-S causes the files to be sorted largest to smallest. ls-1 causes each file to be shown on its own line. And naturally, we can combine all of these together. So I'm going to issue the command ls-altr FH. This will cause all files to be shown, listing in the long format, sorted by time in reverse order so that the newest are last, The files will have symbols appended to them to show what type of file they are, and the sizes of the files will be in the more human-readable format. ls generally operates on the current directory, but you can cause it to be applied to another directory by specifying a path. So ls space dash capital R for recursive / home would show all of the folders in home along with all of those folders' contents. I hope you have found this helpful. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing, and I hope you will join me for other installments.